Hi guys, this is Richie Roberts, aka LikeZoinksGaming, here from Fat Dog Studios, and I'm also here with RSGames1999,
Hello.
who has a bit of a somber announcement to make to you guys. So I will let him take it away because this is actually very important to the channel.
Yeah, this is a pretty big thing. So most of you don't follow me on Twitter, but if you had, if the few of you who do, might have seen a little while ago that I announced on Twitter after Log Horizon Abridged episode 4, I was planning on leaving the series as editor. I still didn't have any intention of leaving my voice roles or anything like that, but like, I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to continue editing the show for a number of reasons, and it wasn't due to bad blood. It wasn't due to anything like that. The primary reason behind it is just that I had lost my passion for Log Horizon, and I needed to confront that and accept it. A lot of things have been going on in my life, and those aren't excuses, but they clouded my ability to understand that and to confront it and really to understand it and to accept it. I mean, since we started Log Horizon Abridged, the first episode, I have been dealing with a lot of family issues. Some people very close to me have passed away. I've moved. I've had a lot of interpersonal drama going on in my life, and it's made it difficult to really focus on work without thinking that my judgment is being clouded by whatever's going on in my life at any given moment. But now
Also, nature sent a hurricane.
yeah, there was a hurricane that happened. But it felt to me like that was the reason I wasn't passionate, because I was dealing with everything else, and I always told myself that just go with it a little bit longer. You'll get it. You'll get back into it like you always do, and I never did. And I think it was about time that I started to accept that. I was meant to get Log Horizon Abridged episode 4 edited and done by this Thursday, but when I was editing the episode, couldn't force myself to continue after a certain point. I still got a really decent chunk of it done, and I am totally for Fat Dog using everything that I've edited together for the episode. I have no problem with that. But things have changed a lot since then. And full disclosure, I never expected Log Horizon to get as big as it did. When we first made episode 1, I agreed, hey, Tony, do you want to do a Log Horizon Abridged? Because I knew he really wanted to do one. And he's like, yeah, sure, let's go for it. And we didn't plan anything out. We hadn't written anything or really planned anything outside of, hey, we should probably do a Log Horizon Abridged and I'll edit for it. And then Tiba got announced literally the next day. Like, that's not an exaggeration. It was the next day. And that's when we decided, okay, we better crack down on this and get this shit done. And we did Tiba. And we did really well in Tiba. And that's part of, I assume that's part of why we had such a huge audience boom. I mean, it couldn't have been that alone because, I mean, from that point forward, I began to feel responsible for the show in a way that I personally shouldn't have.
Okay, I'm gonna step in right here. He took a lot of responsibility on himself that both Tony and I kept pushing you not to do. It's not like we encouraged you to put more weight on your shoulders, because we've been in this. We've done projects like this before, and we were like, you don't have to edit everything, and we did try and talk you out of it quite a bit, and you were like, no, I need to do this, and we're like, oh, this may break him, and sadly, it turned out to be kind of true.
It was very much that I was fucking struggling with my Saiyan pride and not accepting the fact that I'm fucking, that I'm just a man who doesn't have the ability to do everything. But I mean,
that's the best analogy. That's the best analogy ever. You were trying to be Vegeta when you're actually Krillin.
oh, Krillin! I'm Krillin!
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Krillin. He is the
strongest human. Let me hit the delete key on a couple of zip files real quick.
Oh, that's so mean. All right, but really quickly, just to address some concerns that I know the audience is going to have, we do have, because, like, obviously we knew about the fact that Danny was going to be stepping down as editor much sooner than he publicly announced it. So we've been able to search around and find an editor to replace him, and we do have an editor to pick up where Danny left off with episode 4, and we actually have 2 people working on episode 4 as far as the editing goes. One is going to help with the audio side of it, and then the other will be working on the video, and they'll be working strenuously with us. And when I say that, I mean I'll probably be talking with the editors the most, because they need to know certain things specific to scenes, because I'm the writer. I have to communicate with them about that. I'm also the assistant director, so I have to take on a lot of the dialogue as far as like things that the director would talk about at times when Tony is unavailable, because he's like maybe at work and stuff, and I don't have like an actual schedule. So I'm free more often than not. So to go ahead and clarify, yes, this is going to stall episode 4 even more than we thought, but it's not like the project is dead. Log Horizon Abridged is not dead. That's the first thing we need to go ahead and cover, so there will be more stuff coming from that.
I mean, if anything, after episode 4 is done and we start moving on to the rest of the show, I expect it's going to come out even faster, because most of the reason why episodes were coming out so slow is just because of all the shit that was going on in my life, and the fact that I was the only editor. Like, that's... a lot of that was on me and my schedule and whatnot. And yeah, witch hunt me in the comments. I wasn't
gonna actually throw the blame on you, but you took it upon yourself to actually accept the mantle. I was like, okay, cool. I was gonna become.
It wasn't 100% my fault. There were a couple of other things involved, Irma. But it's just.
There's been recasting and trying to schedule people to get their lines recorded and stuff that also delayed, but that wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, the majority of the delays for episodes 2, 3, and 4 have been primarily on the editing side.
Yeah, I mean, we usually have the scripts done within like a month, if that, of when we do another episode. Hell, usually we have it done ahead of time. But like it's 3 and 4, as I said on the State of the Union video, which is such a stupid title, but I love it. But like I said, episodes 3 and 4, you and I wrote those together in the span of like 2 weeks. Yeah, no, those were one episode
in the middle of February. So as a like, oh my God, in 3 days it'll have been a year since we finished writing those.
You know, in 4 months, in like 5 months it'll be a year since we 4 months. In 4 months it'll be 2 years since we published episode 1.
Yeah, and that really kind of stings, but I mean, it is what it is. And guys, once again, we apologize for the delays and everything, and we cannot thank you enough for your patience regarding Log Horizon Abridged, and we will be putting out content outside of Log Horizon, and I cannot thank you enough for the amount of feedback and positivity coming through the State of the Union video where you guys submitted a bunch of suggestions for one-shots. Like, I was so happy to see how many people were eager for more content, and once again, thank you for all of your positivity about the Ace of Diamond Abridged. I was very, very pleased with that, because it's a big chance. You know, you're always taking a big risk putting out content that isn't the main reason why people came to your channel in the first place. Like, it could have turned into a giant disaster that, you know, we put out something that wasn't Log Horizon Abridged. And thankfully, the amount of people that posted in the comments saying, I only came here for Log Horizon, you know,
what the fuck is this
that was limited to like 1 or 2 comments. So I was very surprised by the positive response from the community. So thank you guys so much.
And thank you for letting him do baseball shows.
Yes, thank you for letting me do baseball shows. The anime is the reason why we start doing this. The community is the reason that we continue.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you have any more questions, go ahead and post them in the comments. Please, again, be courteous. Don't slam on other people. This is not about, like, this was never about, like, throwing blame on any one side or the other, or throwing hate out there. Like, the last thing we want is for this community or for this production to become toxic. So if you have questions, just ask questions, but don't be an ass about it.
Yeah, you know, like, I'll do my best to respond to any questions addressed to me. Like, I'll do my best to look through the comments when I get a chance and, you know, respond to anything anyone has to say.
I try to reply to comments as often as I can, but odds are what I'm going to be doing now that I've been given I've been given permission to actually post videos up more consistently on this channel. Is I'll probably do a video where I respond to your comments in this format. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know, and I will do my best to make sure that you have answers. For that being said, I am LikeZoinks Gaming.
And I am a hobo that they found on a train.
This is RSGames1999, and he is saying farewell.
This is Danny signing off, and just wanted to let you guys all know I'm thankful for everything you guys have done, and I'm thankful for you guys enjoying everything.